Hello everyone and welcome to today's discussion on the topic Drug Price Control Order 1995. The act pertaining to the price control is also termed as Drug Price Control Order, which is Display and Control Order, which was passed in 1966. Thereafter, there were four amendments: the Drug Price Control Order 1970, the Drug Price Control Order 1979, Drug Price Control Order 1987, and Drug Price Control Order 1995. The main objective of this act was, first, to ensure equitable distribution of essential bulk drugs so that no manufacturer has a specific advantage of market share. Second, to fix maximum retail price for drug formulations in order to meet profit such that every formulator gets a minimum formulation profit for their business. To exercise government control over the price of bulk drugs and drug formulations. In this act, the provisions have been laid down to fix the prices of the bulk drugs that are mentioned in first schedule. Provisions are laid down to fix the maximum retail price of formulation preparations. Provisions are also laid down to fix the prices for wholesaler as to how much percentage margin he has when he purchases the drug products from the manufacturer. And the prices are also fixed for the retailer who purchases it from the wholesaler. Then there are also schedules in this act and the several drugs which are included in these schedules which come under the purview of price control under this act. To fix maximum sale price of bulk drugs, the central government established NPPA, that is, the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority, in August 1997. The prices are fixed after proper enquiry and information provided to the manufacturer in Form 1. In fixing prices of bulk drugs, government considers the following things: a post-tax return of 14% on the net worth, or a return of 22% on capital employed, that is same as 26% if production is from a basic stage, or the third criteria, internal rate return of 12% based on long-term marginal costing for a new plant. So these are the three criteria based on which, considering which, the government fixes the bulk drugs of the for the manufacturer. Now, manufacturer may exercise any of these options while filling the Form 1 and the requirements if met. Then the government may fix price and the manufacturer has full freedom to negotiate whichever way they want to get the price be fixed. For any change in the rate of returns, prior approval from the government is needed. Similarly, as the NPPA fixes the price for the bulk drugs based on these three categories, NPPA also fixed the prices for the formulation preparations based on the following formula. There are two formulas which are mentioned here to calculate the retail price. The first formula was as per Drug Price Control Order passed in 1979. Thereafter, there was amendment and a revised formulation was shared. The revised formula is now referred after 1987. This was also endorsed in 1995. So as per 1979, the Drug Price Control Order, the formula for price calculation for formulations drug product retail price is equal to, first formula here, retail price is equal to MC plus CC plus PM plus PC, where MC stands for material cost. Now this material cost includes the cost of the drug plus pharmaceutical aids, and that includes all the excipients and active ingredients, including packing. Then overages of active drug substance, whether any overages is added, that price is also included in this. And then process loss or manufacturing loss. CC stands for conversion cost. PM stands for packaging material cost. PC stands for packing charges. MU stands for markup, that is also known as manufacturer's margin promotional cost, plus outward freight, that is the cost for shipping the product from the manufacturer to the retailer, distribution, plus trade commission. So now retail price, initially the order was passed, the formula was material cost plus conversion cost plus packaging cost plus the cost of packaging also. The whole value, summation of all these factors, was multiplied with a factor, another factor, which is 1 plus MU, that is markup cost, which includes cost up till the distribution and freight charges also. So markup cost by 100, which is a fraction of the markup cost. Now this retail price is a summation of all these multiplied by a factor, that is 1 plus markup cost by 100. Thereafter, as per amendment in 1987, a revised formula for fixing the retail prices of formulation was suggested by the NPPA, that is retail price is equal to material cost plus conversion cost plus packaging cost plus packaging charges, the whole summation multiplied by a factor. This is not slightly the MU or markup cost was modified to include MAP, that is not only the manufacturer's margin promotional cost, but it includes maximum allowable post manufacturing expenses. That is a revised version of MU. That this now MAPA also includes all costs incurred by the manufacturer from the stage of X factory to retailing, and includes the trade margin also. So now this is more broader term, includes all the expenses incurred on the part of manufacturer, and the whole factor plus ED, that is the exercise duty of that particular region. Now there are two different categories of formulation as per DPCO 1991, that is category 1 and category 2 formulations, and different values for MAPE are fixed. Okay, different values of MAPE are fixed for different categories of formulation as per Drug Price Control Order 1991. For category 1 formulations, it is 75%, and for category 2 formulations, it is 100%. Now it has to be noted that category 1 formulations contains any bulk drug that is either individually or in combination specified for category 1 formulation. Category 2 formulations, again formulations contains any bulk drug either individually or in combination specified for category 2 formulations. Now if a formulation contains both category 1 and category 2 bulk drugs, then primarily it is category 1 formula is used, that is 75% in case of category 1 formulations. It is towards the lower side that the manufacturer is given the margin. Now, price by NPPA is also fixed for the wholesaler as well as the retail shop owner. So, for wholesaler, the NPPA has fixed the price as retail price minus 20%. Okay. So, whatever the retail price of the drug product in the market is, the wholesaler can purchase at a price which is 20% lower than that. Similarly, the retailer is allowed a advantage of 16%. That is, whatever the retail price of the drug product is in the market, maximum retail price minus 16%. So he has an advantage of 16%, while the wholesaler has an advantage of 20%. Between the wholesaler and retailer, there is an advantage of 4%. Now, there are 3 schedules to this Act. Now, Schedule 1, Schedule 2 and Schedule 3. These are the 3 schedules to this Act, Drug Price Control Order. Now, Schedule 1 consists of list of bulk drugs, that is 76 in number, used in scheduled formulations, which is under price control. Schedule 2 is a list of forms that needs to be filled in by the manufacturer. Schedule 3 comprises pre-tax return on sales turnover of formulations of different category of unit. Okay, so what we studied, category 1 and category 2, all the explanation can be found in Schedule 3 of this Act, DPCCO, Drug Price Control Order, DPCO 1995. Here is the list of drugs which are under price control and is mentioned under Schedule 1. So we can see a broad range of anti-malarial, antibiotic, all these products are there. Vitamin C is also there. Aspirin is also there. Vitamin A is there. Salbutamol is there. Many of the essential drugs are mentioned here. Insulin is there. All the essential drugs are also mentioned in this Schedule 1. It includes chloroquine, sulfamethoxazole, penicillins, tetracycline, rifampicin, streptomycin, ranitidine, vitamin C, betamethasone, metronidazole, insulin, erythromycin, vitamin A, oxytetracycline, prednisone, cefazolin, methyl-dopa, aspirin, trimethoprim, fluoxetine, sulfadimidine, salbutamol, famotidine, ibuprofen, analgin, doxycycline, ciprofloxacin, cefotaxime, dexamethasone, cefadroxil, furazolidone, sulfadiazine, verapamil, glipizide, spironolactone, furosemide, lincomycin, phenylalanine maleate, bacloampicillin, chloroxylenol. The list also includes ephedrine, vitamin B1, carbamazepine, vitamin B2, halogenated hydroxyquinoline, pentazocine, theophylline, levodopa, vitamin E, chlorpromazine, norfloxacin, naproxen, diosmin, mefenamic acid, phenylbutazone, tolnaftate, pyrantel, cefadroxil, linarstrenol, griseofulvin, gentamicin, captopril, sulfadoxin, pantothenidates. So that brings us to the end of this discussion. Thank you. Have a nice day.